Hi there, thanks for joining me today. Today I'm going to show you a really quick and easy thank you card, and the reason I'm making it fairly quick is I need to reproduce a lot of these. What I've done is use the 24/7 Friends 24/7 from Stampin' Up. I stamped the background here in Certainly Celery. I've got a piece of rich raspberry cardstock, and then I used the Cottage Wall Designer Series paper. I'll just layer that on here. And my next step is going to be to make my banner. So I've cut a 1/2-inch strip of pale plum, and I've stamped my greeting. And now what I've done, some of you have asked how you can fork your ends of a banner without using scissors. You can do this with a square punch or one of the tag punches. I like the arrow punch, and you can see I just put it in the punch, made sure I had equal amounts on both sides, gave it a punch, and you've got yourself a nice forked banner. So it's quite simple to do, but I understand the frustration in doing it. And I'm going to layer it here just on a piece of rich raspberry. And then your options are you can either pre-punch or punch it again using the punch, or just take a pair of paper snips and follow the lines, which I prefer to do, that you had punched. And now I have myself a banner. Now what you're going to do, you need to break the fibers if you want this to actually pop up on your card. So I'm just going to run this. You can run it along the side of a table or anything, and you just want to make it so this is kind of wobbly. Now I think it's too long, so I'm just going to trim off the end here. And then to attach it to your card, you really don't need very much adhesive. You just put a little bit here at the end and a little bit here at the other end. And then you make it pop up as much as you want in your card. So I don't want it to be popped up too much, but I want it to be noticeable. So there is my banner, or my greeting on my card. And now I've got myself a button, and I want it to have rich raspberry thread, which I don't own. So I've just cut a really thin strip of cardstock. I just freehanded it with paper snips. And I'm going to feed that through. And so now it's going to look like I have rich raspberry thread in here. And I'm just going to cross over the back, put on a glue dot, trim off my ends, and you've got yourself a really easy way to get any color thread you ever want on a button. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I decided last minute there that I wanted to include a piece of ribbon on the card. So I just tied my vanilla taffeta ribbon around the outside of the card. Sorry about that. My newest little munchkin there was making a fuss. Anyways, so now I'm going to put on my rich raspberry cardstock. I'm actually going to just slide that underneath my ribbon. And if you ever want any of the dimensions, they're posted on my blog at stampwithheather.ca. And then I have a Certainly Celery layer. And then my actual image, I stamped in Old Olive. And in the background, you're going to notice, hopefully you can see it on the video, that I used the brocade pattern here, but I stamped it off a bunch of times using the Certainly Celery. So I stamped it off twice, so it was very, 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 very faint, but I didn't want the vanilla to be too stark. And my last step is I actually stamped the bird, excuse me, in rich raspberry ink and cut it out, popped it up on dimensionals there, and now I have myself a nice, sweet, kind thanks card for the ladies at my grandma's church, and I've made a box set of them so they can enjoy. So I hope you have a great day, and thanks for joining me.